The brand Tucker is established in 2020. I studied graphic design and I was always busy with logos and brands. I started Tucker with one idea. The logo, the name, everything was already. The design also, but I have no idea how the fashion industry is working. So first I was working with another team and now I'm working with Codit. They were very enthusiastic and I was welcome under one condition: I have to produce sustainable.
Hello, hi. This is our storage for everything, and all the shirts and hoodies you see here would have been burned. It's unbelievable. I'm Mia Stick, and I'm a fashion designer, and I have my own atelier here and try to be sustainable with everything I do. From clothing till bags till cushions, everything I do. Sometimes I make chairs, or I do everything what you do with fabrics. Look, this is nice to see. We made this from old denim trousers. We cut all the pieces and we make a new fabric from it, so we can make something out of it. This is what we do here. It's all reused material. These are the coffee bags, the bean bags, and this is a window from a caravan and I put it on top. These are an old dress. So it keeps, yeah.
And it's really sturdy as well.
Yeah. My inspiration was to do my own thing. I worked in big shows like for theater, musicals, evenements. And in '99, I started my own studio. And since now, I'm still working and I love what I do. Everything I do here is with a mindset for sustainability. So if I work on a new production, it's always durability and sustainability is the main goal. So you see here things? It's all full of material we can reuse, because fashion shops didn't use it. Here we see the tents. These are tents who would have been burned. It's a lot of waste. Yeah, it makes me, sad.
At least this way it's getting used again.
Yeah, it's getting used again. We make new things of it, and we reuse it on a different way.
where we're going now with the business is that we adapting technology and adapting sustainability and make it more normal, the standard. We help a lot of brands with their products, but at some point we decided, okay, we're not only helping these brands to get their product, but we're also helping them to become more aware about sustainability.
Anthony, I want to show you this fabric. This three group of fabric. It's a special fabric. The raw material is like this, but we can get different kind of coloring from this black color. Just we make a washing, but with normal washing, very the low washing, and another one it will be a little lighter. Also, we like can make some effect in the fabric.
Yes, but it's all made from the black.
Yes, this is 100% cotton. Some of them it has a lycra, some of them without lycra.
Yes.
But when we add lycra to the fabric, it will be more comfortable.
Yes, because many jeans these days have a lot of stretch.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and denim is mostly made of cotton, right?
Yes, and it's a natural. And 95% of them is natural and coming from cotton, viscose, bamboo, and wool, and also linen. Each swatch has a different specification about grammage, about composition, and also about colors, and all of them we can use for some product. From this group trouser we can make a coloring, and all of them is very comfortable, very useful, and also sustainable. And also this is two different colors.
Yes.
This is raw material. At first we will make like this. We will washing it. After washing, after process is coming like this color.
Oh.
And you can see it's very trendy and it's very beautiful. And also we can see in here we have a lot of kind of grammage and also a specification of fabric for trouser. Like the colors, like you can make a print in it. We can make a different dye system, like acid washing, like also stone washing, and a lot of washing, a lot of dye system we have.
Oh,
we can
different types of technique of washing.
Yes, this kind of fabric is trendy in the market because most of them is sustainable and also is a cotton material, and it's very perfect for health, body, and also for our nature, and it's very comfortable.
Tucker with one idea. The logo, the name, everything was already. The design also, but I have no idea how the fashion industry is working. So I thought it was a good idea to buy my own textiles, and after that I've learned that it's not the good way. And the textiles from now are made in Turkey. It's 69% cotton and 4% elastane.
Most of our customers, they take care about sustainability, and also they take care about nature. And we need to give them more better product and more natural product. The most challenge is coming from to understand what you need, because you need to make something better than before, and you need to understand what you need to improve the production or improve the product, and it's very important.
Then it should be okay.
But you can see, it's also
It's
longer.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not possible. We cut it.
What?
This one we cut.
this.
It's ready for saving now.
We will put 70.
No, yesterday we asked you and we said we have some abnormal things in here.
4, 6,
Yeah, but this is good. 70 is good.
70 is very long.
Yes, it needs to be long because he has very long arms.
It needs to end like here.
At some point in Turkey, we had a problem with the sizes that don't match up. We need to fix that. And we did, but you're hurting, at another point, you're hurting sustainability, because when you have to restore that problem, there's waste. So, we're hurting sustainability there as well, because if you have waste, you have to throw it away. And what are we going to do with that waste? And these are the things we're trying to fix. We're trying to fix it in the process, but we're also trying to fix it afterwards and on the forehand.
62 is here.
Yes, it's coming here.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but what size is she? This sleeve length is correct.
But on here, cannot move here.
82 centimeter is coming like here. No, grading for a sleeve, half centimeter or 1 centimeter.
Yeah.
The normal grading in the size.
Beyefendiye diyor ki biz Paris'e, İngiltere'ye, Fransa'ya birçok elbiseler yaptık.
My 62 would be here.
Here.
Here. See?
No, you need to start from here.
From here.
Yeah, here, 62. Over my ante for small.
Also in women.
Yeah, and woman is smaller.
Anne buna Hollandiya mı yapıyor?
Evet.
En fazla 38-40'tır yani. Anladın mı?
Deze dingen moeten
Bizim
gedubbeld
mesela
check
normal
worden.
standart 38'larda 40'tır. Amerika'da da öyle oluyor. Biri oldu.
Big size.
I think in these last few weeks, we have been pretty outbalanced with communication with customer, and then communication with manufacturer, and then especially the miscommunication, I should actually say. Especially these last few days were quite stressful. I've been very stressed myself, and I've been showing that, especially to Dita and Sally. My apologies for that.
Me too.
Yeah, we need to find a way to be more specific about everything, and it's let me get a specific example. Yesterday we had the fly, remember, Sally? For example, we say it needs to be 7 buttons and it needs to be 20 centimeters long, and in between it should be 2.5 centimeters. So there's a mathematical error in like the fly, for example. But we need to communicate this also with the customer, like, okay, you want this, but this is not logical at all. And in this case, we have the luxury that we are here and we can communicate. But having seen this, we need to like find a way to also make it logical for ourselves, for the customer, and also for the manufacturer. Otherwise, they need to make a decision.
So what happened yesterday actually, because the size chart we delivered to them was not okay, they took the first size, which was an XS, and they graded it according to that XS size up to the XL. And what happened, they cut 200 pieces of clothing wrong, so a waste right now.
Yes, and on fabric, it's almost like $1,000 waste. We wasted just $1,000, and we want to be like sustainable, right? And this is not sustainable at all.
So I thank you so much. The big learning point here is that definitely we need to be more secure. We need to be more focused. Now it's too late. Everything is already cut. But then why they did start it from the XS, even though the sample wasn't medium? Why did they start even with one size they like to, even when the sample size was a large? Where is their common sense from there on? Like, you cannot tell me, even though I have a bunch, I'm not a developer in this case, even though I have a bunch of projects going on, you cannot tell me that I'm also a human being. Like, I am here trying, to pull everything, to do it all. We're talking about balance, and at this moment, I don't feel the understanding at every side. Then I don't know how you talk to Ali about this, but I don't think it's going to be like this the way you talk to us.
I'm telling it should be on all sides, on the customer side, but also on the manufacturer side. And in this case, we have spoke with the manufacturer side, like Ali. You cannot do this. You cannot make a decision while not even speaking with us. You should call us. You should tell us. Otherwise, we cannot do this.
When we start some job from our customer, and when we starting for production, and when we saw, we have some mistake in the production. Maybe this mistake is coming from us or from customer, or maybe from bad relation between us, bad communication between us. And we need to, every time we need to negotiate about this kind of things to solve the problem. Because sometimes maybe mistake is coming from two sides, or sometimes from one side. And also we need to discuss about all details.
There's so many different stages within the communications, and you have to communicate with the manufacturer, you have to communicate with the brand builder, or the brand in this case, you have to communicate with the logistics partner, you have to communicate with within the manufacturer. There are also a lot of change of communication, because the manufacturer doesn't do everything themselves. You have like the sewing partner, you have like the printing partner, you have like the partner that makes the fabric. So there's a lot of communications, like maybe 10 to 15 to 20 different channels you have to communicate, and you have to you have to manage that whole project to make it smoothly and exactly how the customer wants it. So imagine the responsibility you have to take. So with great sustainability, there comes great responsibility, because when you waste, you're not actually sustainable anymore. And there is a lot of waste in this fashion industry, a lot of waste, because having the perfect product means it has to go through all these different phases, and mistakes are inevitable. And that's where we need to improve. We need to improve that process. And I really believe with technology, we can improve that process. And I know a lot of these things are already happening, but it's not happening enough, because we are still buying all these fast fashion stuff. We are still buying products that are not sustainable, and we're still wanting products for very cheap.
In mindset for the fast fashion comes a cheap product, because it's fast, so the product is cheap. If you have fair fashion, everything is with a mindset, so it takes a little bit longer to make. So yeah, the price according to that. If you have a durable fashion product, it's sometimes a little bit more expensive than the ones who are from fast fashion.
A market where everything goes cheaper means, on the other side, a market where everybody needs to earn less. So my saying always is like, if everybody spends a little bit more, then everybody can earn a little bit more, and the quality of life will go up.
It's important to think about what you do. And if you go to the shop, or if you make it, just to think if it's fair, or if it's circular, or if it's vintage, just to think what you wear. That's important for me.
I think we should be more aware of this, and being more aware of our buying habits, being more aware of the choices we make, because having a product that is beautiful, it's nice to have, but having a product that is sustainable and nature has been treated good, and not only nature, all human beings has been treated correctly, then it's much better for the quality of life in general.
I'm thinking until 10 years later, all the people will be take care about to use a recycled fabric. Now, in the young generation, the Z generation and the young generations, they take care about it. And I think we need to focus in the Z generation to give information to them to take care about which product has a sustainability, which product take care about nature. But I think we need to work in it, and we can go to the better situation.